This is a traditional music box, and this is Jim Chambers' music box. Let's see what's inside.
My name is Jim Chambers. I own a music school in Tampa, Florida called Jim Chambers Music Box. When I was in high school, I discovered that there was a business within music. So once I started to dig in about, what do record labels do? How does the music business work? I focused all my efforts in high school and college. My college didn't have a music business program. So I kind of crafted it myself. So I versed myself on how it worked. And I literally worked my way up. The latter half of my career where I was the GM of a label. Well, at this point, I had just broken Maroon 5. We won a Grammy for that record, Songs About Jane. I was involved with that project from the get-go. So once I left that label, I had carte blanche. People were excited to speak to me and or perhaps hire me. The music business started to implode. Actually in the early 2000s with the advent of Napster, file sharing, I found myself constantly being laid off. In my last job in New York, I was global director of A&R, Artist and Repertoire, for a company called Red. We won a Grammy that year. That company laid me off. At that point, I was like, how can you lay off your Grammy guy and your #1 earner? So at that point, I realized I needed to make a professional switch, and I thought, what am I going to do? What is chapter 2? So I came back to Tampa. I started teaching drum lessons for the heck of it over at Carrollwood Cultural Center. That went well. Before I knew it, I had 25 students. Somebody came knocking on my door like, wouldn't you like this to be bigger and expand? I did that, and now I own the music box. JCMB stands for Jim Chambers Music Box. Essentially, this is the finest music academy on the planet. I like to think that there is no other place like this music school that I have ever seen. I take my old skill set, I apply it to all my students, they all get a piece of me. It's very hands-on, it's boutique. For me, giving it all back became a really important concept about 5 years ago. It's like I have amassed knowledge of years and years of working with this industry, and I wanted to give it all back, whether it's young people, consulting, bands, so I just started doing it for free. And that brings me a lot of joy. Very centered in the universe when I'm doing music with young people and able to give it back to them. That brings me much joy.
As you can see, there's nothing traditional about this music box. Reporting from Jim Chambers Music Box, I'm Britnee Blake for WBZ.